Okay, we'll begin and I'll just let people in as they come in. So today's class is going to be on what is Bluetooth, and we'll talk a little bit about how Bluetooth works, the origins of Bluetooth, some Bluetooth devices, and eventually we will end it on how to, enable Bluetooth on your actual smart devices. So let's just get started. So when we think of Bluetooth, right, we think of technology that does not have wires. So Bluetooth is going to be able to, free us from that wired technology that we're kind of used to. So things like headphones, right, usually have wires, or when we connect it to a printer, or even speakers, right? But now we have this Bluetooth technology that exists. So what exactly is Bluetooth, right? Bluetooth is a type of technology that is going to allow us where one device can communicate with another device wirelessly. So, for example, if you are used to connecting your phone or your laptop to a speaker using your wire, or a printer, right? Bluetooth is going to allow you to connect these devices wirelessly. And basically, all of this is working through short radio waves. Short radio waves is how one device can connect to another with a certain amount of distance. And later on in the presentation, we will discuss exactly how many feet it can connect to from one another and the different types of Bluetooths that exist. But just a reminder, right? Bluetooth is not the same as Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is giving us internet connection, right? Enabling us to go on the web and browse. Bluetooth is the power to connect one device to another device without wires. So just to give you a background of Bluetooth and how Bluetooth started, right? So if you look at the guy on the right, he kind of was the one that invented short radio wave connections in 1994, and he did work for a mobile terminal company. And within his company, the reason why he wanted to find these short range radio waves was to kind of grow the technology of the cell phones that we have currently. So through his invention, right, he was able to produce the kind of the first phone, not a smartphone, but a regular phone that could have Bluetooth connections and actually connect a phone to a headphone set without using wires. So it was all thanks to this guy here. And through his invention of figuring out that short radio waves exist, right? We kind of got these two devices to connect with one another. So if we look here on the screen, in 1999 was the invention of the first mobile headset, which is basically like a kind of a headphones that you can talk to it without using a wire to connect to your cell phone device. And this headset was able to go up to 32 feet away from the phone. So after 32 feet, right, um, the connection wouldn't work anymore. So music wouldn't play, or you wouldn't be able to talk through this headset. But now Bluetooth is a bit more powerful than inventions from early 1990s, and we'll see how it changed and how, the distance has grown. It's no longer just 32 feet. Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. So when we think of Bluetooth, right, we have to also think of the type of devices that enable Bluetooth. So when we say Bluetooth, some of the inventions that they are the Bluetooth headsets and what I like to call them, right, the AirPods. So if you have an iPhone or an iPad, or if you see here on the screen on the right-hand side, usually those are headphones that you could connect with an iPhone. However, if you have an Android device or Android tablet, they do have similar headsets, which they call like Samsung Galaxy Buds, that will also work for Android phones. And usually these are kind of the most popular phones currently that people use so they don't have to worry about wires when they're walking. And not only do they play music, right, but they also have microphones, so you could also use it to make phone calls, call your friends or family members. After the headsets, right, we also have Bluetooth speakers. So with a Bluetooth speaker, right, what that means is you can connect your phone directly to the speaker without having to use a wire to connect the two together. So with your phone, you could put a song on your phone, right, and the song will come out of the speaker using the Bluetooth technology. We also have other Bluetooth inventions for keyboards, right? And mouses. So usually people in the past would type and their keyboard would be connected directly to the computer screen. Same with the mouse, right? But with Bluetooth technology, we don't have to worry about all these wires in our way while we're typing. Instead, with Bluetooth technology, right, we have this little USB that we can directly plug into our computer and our mouse can be without wires. Same with a printer. Imagine if Bluetooth didn't exist and you had a printer where you had to directly connect your printer into your smartphone and you'll be walking around with a wire all day long. Now with Bluetooth printers, right, you can directly print something or try to print something from your phone and send it directly to the printer. In order to do this right, you do have to turn Bluetooth on your phone, which I will show you later. You have to probably download an app on your phone that has the name of your printer on it, and it will give you the instructions of what to do. Also, right, a smartwatch is also considered Bluetooth, right? Because with a smartwatch, it is not only tracking your steps, but it can also give you information that is directly on your phone, right, on your wrist. So it can give you information about text message that you may have, even a notification from another app, such as emails as well. And that's all through the power of Bluetooth and the two devices being connected and syncing with one another. Anybody have questions on that? Okay. So let's just now talk about the distance with Bluetooth and how it operates, right? So Bluetooth signals are flexible, but they are weaker than Wi-Fi or regular radio waves. So, usually, if you are someone here today that has Wi-Fi and you live in a house or an apartment, usually those Wi-Fi signals are all throughout your house, right? You could go to the bathroom, you could go to the other room, and you'll probably still have Wi-Fi on your phone. However, with Bluetooth, since they are called short radio waves, they do have limited range. And that limited range is going to vary depending on the product that you have and the Bluetooth classification. So, Bluetooth, think of Bluetooth as kind of a product that is constantly updating, right? So, or think of it like a phone, right? If you brought a phone, an iPhone from 10 years ago, that iPhone from 10 years ago is not going to be as fast as the current brand new iPhone from 2024, right? So the same thing works with Bluetooth. If you have a product, a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker that you brought 10 years ago, it's probably not going to have the latest version of Bluetooth on it because every 2 years or so, Bluetooth is upgrading. So right now, the current Bluetooth number is Bluetooth 5.3. And Bluetooth 5.3 is only on the latest iPhone models or the latest Android models, but not every single product has Bluetooth 5.3. So what this means for you today is that some people might have an older smartphone. Some people here today might have an older Bluetooth speaker. You may have an older Bluetooth printer. So the older your model is, the weaker the Bluetooth signal is going to be. So typically, most electronics, especially if it's an old electronic, the range is only going to be about 33 feet. So after 33 feet, right, the two devices won't connect anymore. However, if your Bluetooth printer has Bluetooth 5 and above, it's most likely more powerful and the range can go up to 200 feet. So what that means is that you could be in your room on your phone and you could print something that all the way to your office that's in another room in your house. Or, for example, if you're listening to music on your headphones in the kitchen and you leave your phone in the bedroom, it probably still is going to work because the newer iPhones and the newer Android phones have already Bluetooth 5 and above in them. So next time when you go outside and you look at different electronics, you might want to read exactly the type of Bluetooth it has, and you want to make sure that it says Bluetooth 5.0 or above, because that means the Bluetooth is going to be much more powerful and actually can the range can last longer, because the point of having Bluetooth is the power to have your two devices connected as far as possible, right? It wouldn't be good to only have Bluetooth that's only 30 feet apart, which means that if you were trying to print off your phone, you would have to be very close to your printer to do that, which is why it's better to get a more powerful Bluetooth so you don't have to worry about being so close to that device. Does anybody have questions on that? Okay. So just to go over it again, right? Bluetooth 5.0 is usually the model you want to look for. Reminder that the latest one is 5.3. But Bluetooth 5.0 and above is going to offer 4 times the range and twice the speed. If anyone here today is like questioning, but why do they still sell regular Bluetooth or like Bluetooth that only has Bluetooth 1, Bluetooth 2? Well, they're just cheaper, right? So people are going to gravitate towards the cheaper version. So probably a Bluetooth speaker that's cheaper than the other. It's probably because of the type of Bluetooth that they have within that model. Also, a more powerful Bluetooth also is going to have more battery life, and that is very, very important, right? So, reminder, when you are connecting two devices together. So, for example, if you have an iPhone or Android and you want to get a smartwatch, those two things are now connected. And if you have two devices that are constantly connected, right? That means more battery life is going to be drained from your two devices. So if you are someone that is considering getting a Bluetooth
No,
device,
they will
I
call me.
would recommend
Phone, I'll let you know. Okay.
that you try to look for something that has Bluetooth 5 and above because that will help you extend your battery life on the devices. Usually also it has better quality audio, so the music is going to sound better. You're able to connect two audio devices at the same time, so you could have two speakers instead of one that are both Bluetooth, and it's more stable. So, the radio waves will connect better than when you're walking around and moving around in your household or even outside, right? I keep saying household, but Bluetooth can also work outside, of course, right? There's people outside that wear their headphones and listen to music outside as well. Another thing that I also want to touch upon, right, are Bluetooth hearing aids, right? So I don't have specific models of Bluetooth hearing aids that are on the market, but there are Bluetooth hearing aids that can connect your hearing aid to smart devices, so like a tablet or even your smart TV. And the reason for this is, let's say you are living in a household with your family members. Let's just say this one scenario, and they are trying to listen to something on their screen, but your TV is very loud. Well, with this function, you can use your Bluetooth hearing aids to directly stream the music or sounds from the movie straight to your hearing aid. So you don't have to worry about causing a distraction with your other family members or worrying about if it's too loud to everyone else in the room. So the sound from, the TV will go directly to your hearing aid. Same as if you want to connect your hearing aid to your phone, right? Your Bluetooth hearing aid can basically be like a headphone set where the phone conversation will be sent directly through your hearing aid. So that's also something to think about in the future. So Bluetooth hearing aids are basically like, I would say, almost headphones that you could use as not only music, but to connect it now to even a smart TV where you can hear the movie straight through your hearing aid. Anybody have questions on that? Okay. So the next two things are, now we're gonna just talk about Bluetooth pairing and how to actually connect these two devices together, right? So pairing is the idea of, or basically the wording of how to connect two devices together for the first time. So if you buy a brand new speaker that's Bluetooth, or you buy a brand new printer that's Bluetooth, you have to pair them. That's the only way the two devices are going to connect. So, for example, if it's like a printer, you may need to do an additional step, like actually download the application on your phone. So there might be an app from the specific company of your printer. But if it's just like headphones, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to turn on the Bluetooth And with Bluetooth, you must approve each new connection, which makes Bluetooth secure, right? So your phone will have a notification that says, "Do you want to connect this device?" Right? So you'll get a message on your phone that will want you to approve and make sure that you really want this connection. And once these devices connect for the first time, the pairing is most likely going to remember, and future connections will happen automatically. Um, so what that means is that as long as you have your phone, right, it's always going to remember that connection. So if you have, for an example, you buy a brand new headphone set and you pair it with your phone, that phone is always going to remember that connection. So the next time you put your Bluetooth headphones on, you don't have to worry about pressing any single button. The music is directly going to start playing from that headset. And I could tell you right away that that is true because that's how it works when I use my headphones. And same thing will work with a speaker or with the printer or so on. And with pairing, right, the largest amount you can go up to are 8 devices. So after 8 devices, right, your phone cannot connect to anything else. So what that means is that, well, let's say you have a printer, a smartwatch, a speaker, headphones, and smart TV. Those are all the devices you're trying to connect with your phone, right? After that, it is going to reach a limit where your phone is not going to have enough power to remember more devices than that. So you will have to either delete something that you have paired in the past to add something brand new. So if you have some old Bluetooth headsets that you no longer use, you could delete that. Another thing that you would be pairing to your device is also like if someone here today has an iPad and they use like a drawing, a pen with their iPad, that's considered Bluetooth and pairing, and that's considered a connection. So just think of all those little things that you may have connected your phone with. And if you want to see what you have paired in the past, if you have with any, that's what we're going to go over next. We're going to look to see if we have any devices that we connected. So if you have an iPhone, right, or an iPad, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. You want to go to settings, and at the top, all the way at the top, there will be a section called Bluetooth. And you can tap on it and you can see whether or not Bluetooth is on. And you'll have either a list that shows my devices if you have paired something in the past. If not, usually it will be blank under where it says my devices. Or you may have devices under other devices. Anything under this section, other devices, is probably um people's phones around you or other people's printers or speakers, probably your next door neighbor's devices. So you wouldn't want to tap on anything that you don't see that's not yours, right? Because you may accidentally connect with a stranger's device. However, they will get a message on their phone that you're trying to connect and they can decline it, right? You can't automatically connect with a stranger's device. They have to approve it. You could accidentally tap on their device and they may get a message, but you won't automatically connect to them. So if you are someone here today that you want to buy a printer, Bluetooth printer or Bluetooth headphones or Bluetooth hearing aids, right? Um you'll come to this section on your iPhone, and usually when you have it next to your phone, you'll get a little, and you'll get like the name of the device. It'll say hearing aids and the model of your hearing aids, and you can just tap on it on this page, and it will connect, and it will say connected next to it once you tap on it. So let's say you're planning on buying headphones, AirPods. Under other devices, it will say the word AirPods, and you can tap on it, and the two will connect. Does anybody have questions? Okay. So if you're someone, hold on. If you have an Android or an Android tablet, right? You want to follow these steps on the screen. So you want to go to your settings, tap on connections, tap on Bluetooth, and you will also see whether or not you have any devices that you have connected, or you will see available devices, which means other people's devices that are around you, or a brand new device that you are trying to connect to. Any questions on that? Once again, go to settings, Bluetooth, and you will have a list that you can see. And you could tap on those devices if you are trying to pair with it. If you're not trying to pair with any device, then the reason why you see anything listed there is probably your neighbor's devices and things around there.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi, good morning. My pencil isn't on the Bluetooth. The drawing pen.
Yes. Yes.
So
Um, is that, did you check in the iPad or the phone,
the phone.
Alicia?
Oh,
It
on the
won't
phone.
be on the phone. It will be on the iPad's
Okay.
settings Bluetooth.
Okay. Good.
So check it there and then let me know.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Okay. And then lastly, I just want to talk about Bluetooth safety. If you plan on using Bluetooth, right? So, um, right, first things first, install security patches. So what that means is just regularly update your phone. If your phone says that it needs an update, just please update the phone. Don't try to prolong it. Um, next, right? They do say you could try to make your Bluetooth device not discoverable. Um, I don't think you don't really have to do that, but if you're worried that, you're outside and you think someone might try to pair with your phone, but in those cases that rarely ever happens, or not with your phone, but like for example, if someone's iPhone is very close to your headphone set, you might get a message that they're trying to pair with it, but it's usually an accident. It's not like someone is trying to actually connect with your headphones. But if you ever like, if you don't want to receive those type of messages, you could turn off your Bluetooth. But just remember, if you do turn off your Bluetooth, you're turning off your devices as well that you have connected in the past. And you also are turning off the ability for Find My. And remember, Find My is that application that we use in case our phone gets missing. We turn on Find My so our phone can be discoverable by other devices. So I wouldn't recommend turning off Bluetooth. Also, right, don't share sensitive information via Bluetooth. So if you are planning on, let's say, this is like in cases where you were sharing like medical or finance information with like a medical office or something, and you were using their Bluetooth printer or something like that. Be careful. It says be careful who you connect with. Just be careful if you are going to use Bluetooth to connect with another person's phone, but that also rarely doesn't happen. Just make sure that if you are using Bluetooth, you're just using it to connect with your own phone and not a stranger's phone. Like if someone in the street or something tells you, "Oh, just use Bluetooth to send it to me," just, politely say no. Um, it also says don't pair in public. So if you decide to buy brand new headphones and you want to turn it on right now when you're outside, just wait until you get indoors, because then if someone is next to you, they can try to pair with your brand new headphones first, and then now their phone is the one that is synced to your headphones. And then always unpair as needed. So if you decide you no longer want those headphones that you brought or the printer or so on, always unpair it. So if you go back to the section for Bluetooth on your phone, right? The little eye next to your devices, you can tap on that and it'll give you like a little button that says forget this device. And then if you're on the Android, you can tap on your devices and it'll have like a little trash section, or as well a forget this device message that you could tap on to disconnect the two. Anybody have any final questions?
How do you add a device uh, to the list?
Right. Okay, so it really depends on the device that you're going to purchase. So if it's like a printer, you may need to first download the printer's app on your phone and follow those instructions.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a speaker, like a Bluetooth speaker that you want to buy in your house, all you have to do is turn on the speaker, plug it into the wall, and you go to the settings in your phone, and the name of your speaker will appear on this screen.
Oh,
And you'll tap on it, and it will start connecting the two.
I see.
Okay.
It picks it up.
It will pick it up, especially if you're close to it. So I would say the first time you try to do it, just stand next to it, so then it could pick it up faster.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Does anyone else have a question?
Yeah, I do. So I have a printer that's not paired, so I just start working in the app. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, because printers are generally larger than the other electronics and needs more power, they will probably give you more instructions in their application. So, depending on the name of your printer, there will most likely be an app in the App Store that you could download, and it'll tell you the instructions of what to do.
Okay. And I have a Wavecast RX and it says not connected. Do I have
A
to turn it up?
Wave.
Yeah, a Bose. It's the Bose, the Bose music thing.
Yeah, so is the Bose thing currently plugged in and
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
So if it says not connected, you could tap on it and it's gonna try to connect the two devices.
Mm.
And then I would say to should be next to the Bose while you do it, the
Okay,
speaker.
okay.
And
That's the
then
problem.
yeah,
All right,
because
perfect.
I don't know what type of, remember I said earlier that each product has different types of Bluetooth. So I don't know how many feet away you have to be next to the Bose speaker.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else have any last questions? Okay, so then that's it for today, everyone. Next week